Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Let's play another run and ignore round and round because it's garbage. Let's try stewardship again with random clans. So we start with 2 extra train stewards. We start with the steward relic that gives you +5/+5, damage, shield 2, and multi-strike. We are Stygian Awoken. And we have half money, which is very annoying because it means we're gonna have a hard time upgrading anything. We're gonna have a hard time upgrading spells. We're gonna have a hard time upgrading units. Even the train stewards, we might wanna put simple, cheap buffs on the train stewards just so we have some good units. And then if we have, you know, a good upgrade to put on a banner unit, we'll do that. But I don't like it. I don't like what we got. We'll see what happens, though. What spells were added to the deck? I was not paying attention. Frenzied Swarm is amazing. Glimmer is amazing. Energy Siphon is Spell Weakness, Frostbite. I really like Frostbite. If you can play it correctly, it stacks up so much. +1 spikes each time it's applied. Pyre Health is +40. I'm gonna take Pyre Health because it incentivizes challenges, and the spikes is good, but we might never get a spike unit or a spike card. It's completely random. I'd rather take something that's a little bit more guaranteed, do the trial, and be like, hey, we at least know that we're likely to get some value from this. The armor does suck, but we can actually get around that. You know, we have train stewards and whatnot. And in fact, this seems like a pretty good turn. Oh no! Oh no. You're taking 5 damage. That's not a lot of damage for you to take, my son. I think I'm gonna do it like this. I actually targeted the wrong unit, but I was thinking one Frozen Lance would be able to kill this front enemy unit, and instead I messed it up. But I can at least still kill you, and then I'll hit you. Oh well. Done. You're dead. I mean, what can I say? We know that the early game is going to be very easy for us because these train stewards are like 10 times stronger than they would normally be. So the early challenges are just an easy call. Crypt Builder, 60 damage. It's a good spell, not really what I would love to see, but if we can drop it with a Frenzied Swarm, that'd be great. It's gonna be way too expensive to make this specific card permafrosted, though. We'd be better off making Frenzied Swarm holdover so we can at least daze every turn and then discard any offering cards we have. Targeted damage would be nice, but I'd much prefer to have like an AoE like Glimmer that has +10 on it. I do like an offering token. We have no offering cards if we don't take Crypt Builder. So maybe we should take a Crypt Builder and just say, hey, yeah, it's an expensive spell, but at least we got it. Razor Sharp Edge. I do like this. Especially on the train stewards, Razor Sharp Edge would be pretty good. Incant Sap. God, that's so freaking expensive. Did they really have to make it 3 energy? Like, come on. I really don't want to draft this and then, you know, have this card show up. If we can have, like, cheap spells, this is okay. I really don't want to build just around this one card, though. You know, go Energy Relic, and then be able to play this, and then 2 other cards. Could take a Wilting Sapwood, though. Revenge, gain 1 energy. Then we'll have the energy to play Lodestone Totem, but we can't take it now. I'd also much prefer a different type of tank, something that actually has a bit of damage associated with it. I don't know, we'll take the totem. Maybe we can find a way to make it work. Maybe we can get the artifact that gives you +2 energy every turn, which is amazing and incredible and wonderful and lovely in every possible way. Cold Celia Offering Monument. Draw 1 and this unit gets -5. Well, there's card draw taken care of. But I think you'd still rather take Cold Celia, and if you get quick somehow, you put it on this unit. And it's also Frostbite, and it's also a sweep. So I think I'm just gonna buff Train Stewards, honestly. Let's go for the many cheap buffs as opposed to buffing banner units. Let's never remove a train steward, make them all very good. Maybe take capacity and then see what happens. We can do the challenge because the train steward damage shield is hopefully gonna keep us safe. And spells will kill him pretty quickly. The haste is annoying, but we'll just play up here and then hopefully draw a some damage spells. And we did draw a damage spell. Ten times 2, 13. I would like it if there was a train steward out. I'd like a better train steward. But I'll still play him up here to tank. Is Gold Celia gonna live? Yes. Also, a Frenzied Swarm kills the entire floor, so let's not even worry about this floor at all. Let's start with a train steward down here. We'll play another one. This is garbage hand, though. And we got a good train steward. Do we want you to tank? You're a sweeper. So tanking doesn't really matter too much. You're taking 80? Oh, this will kill you. All right, that's pretty good. Maybe train stewards are the way to do it. Twigbreaker's playing a run says, my Hornbreaker Prince has 16 Ember Drain and 5 Multi-Strike. The highest I ever got was 7. And it was on the Rector Flicker Burnout. Titan's Gratitude Crit Builder Offering Token. I think I'll take an Offering Token. It is good to discard garbage cards from your hand if you don't want them. Sting for draw is okay. Vine Grasp for targeted damage. I think I'd rather take a Glimmer and put plus 10 on him. If we're going for weak upgrades, that's a good one to have. And Awoken Hollow. Good target for a lot of weak restores. Titan Sentry. Good target for restores and applies Frostbite, AoE. Sign of the Sea, Incant. Celia. Awoken Hollow. I'm looking at Awoken Hollow like it might be a good one. 3 capacity though is a little difficult to work around, but it's such a good tanky unit. And we can put Endless on the unit and the +1/+1 is gonna stick around. Titan Sentry is very good for the AoE killing though. Do we need AoE killing? Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna take Titan Sentry specifically because Frostbite kills all enemies. All the weak enemies anyways. I think I'm also gonna go for a artifact. We could spend money, but we might as well spend money later. Third card, draw 1. Daze when they enter the floor below the pyre. Yes! We can put our champion at the top floor and the champion will never die. So this is an amazingly good pickup, I think. It counters sweep. It doesn't counter... Ooh. Yeah, sure. Welcome aboard, Dante. It counters sweep. It counters... It does not counter spike, I should say. But I think that's a great artifact to have with the Stygian champion. It buys you 1 turn of Frostbite or whatever your ability is. Okay, okay. So we want to play all of our Frostbite up here. I know we're not playing a unit, I think that's okay. Oh, the enemy bomb was dazed. This totem is just completely worthless right now. I think we want to play some train stewards. You know, let's get some damage done. We want to play the Titan Sentry. We want to daze, I think, this floor. If we daze this floor, we're not taking any damage, and as a result, we're not dealing any. You're dazed. I never have to worry about the top floor, huh? Yeah, so let's do We're not gonna have room for the good train steward whenever he shows up. Maybe we should leave the back open then. And then we'll, You're gonna take 35. I can actually kill you on this turn if I want. I think this is looking very good. That'll also kill the bomb. Maybe the bomb would have already been dead, but again, this is looking pretty nice. Just waiting for the good train steward. I think a better sweep is very decent here. Lowers your HP by 2, but it doesn't matter. This guy's gonna do 9 damage. He does have Frostbite 20 on him, which is pretty decent. I cannot keep this train steward alive. That's acceptable. I should probably restore on my tank unit, though. I'd love to make him endless. I don't know if we can do that, though. You're gonna die when you move up. We did get the good train steward, which is fantastic. And now you're taking 388 damage. Okay. 466. Look, that's pretty good. Maybe just having good train stewards is all we need right now. Lots of cheap buffs. We don't need to have expensive buffs. Lots of cheap buffs. By the way, you're dead. All right, perfect. Cycle of Life. Enhance with +10, apply spikes 3. On the top floor, this doesn't matter because the enemies are dazed. On the bottom floor, it doesn't matter because we're gonna put the Frostbite unit down there. Double Frostbite could matter a lot. But it's only really gonna matter on Relentless. And it's really only gonna matter if the boss gets hit by a little bit of Frostbite before this becomes important. Or before, well, because we want to double the Frostbite and double it a whole bunch. You know, we want to go to 999 Frostbite if at all possible. How are we gonna make this work? On Relentless. Because minor bosses, they don't appear until Relentless. They're gonna go to the bottom. They're gonna get some Frostbite if that unit is still alive. I don't think you take Hoarfrost. I don't think you take Cycle. I think Ancient Synergy is pretty good. It's expensive, but we can make it cost less. It's a good targeted damage spell. It's a good target for the -1. It does a lot of damage on its own. We have a sweep. We don't need a second. I think we could still use a tank, something that benefits from regens, but maybe not because of the train stewards. Maybe the train stewards are good enough to put out there. Lots of train stewards. You know what? Lots of train stewards. So we're gonna go capacity to play more train stewards. And I don't know, maybe this is the point of the run. Hey, you undervalue train stewards in all likelihood. Here's a bunch, make it work. And I'm okay with that. If that's the lesson the game wants to teach me, sure, why not? So we do want quick. It is worth spending on that. And the +5, +10, this is perfect. 6 damage. 5 is ideal. 6 is better though because it'll kill multi-strike units on the 7th fight. So Cold Celia is just like a effing wonderful tank right now. And we got good upgrades. We'll get a better champion. This guy is gonna do a lot of damage on the top floor. We only want to play him on the top. Restore all health when enemy units move up a floor. So we do 50 damage with the Frostbite unit anyways. It's gonna do 50 plus another 16 thanks to... You can't armor 10, sucks though. It's gonna be 50 plus another 16 damage just from Cold Celia. We'd have to play like a high damage spell at the top in order to kill him. I don't think we can kill this guy. If we put a train steward up there, maybe, but there's gonna be other tank units that block for this guy. I really don't want to take a whole bunch of pyre damage, even though we probably could. You know what? We're at full health. We might be able to kill those guys if we get lucky. I think we should do it. I think it's okay. So weirdly enough, Cold Celia is a bottom floor unit now. We can put train stewards in front of them. We want them to kill the support minions, so there we go. We do still play you up here. We will play the offering token just to see what we draw. Train steward is perfectly acceptable. They'll block. This will protect us from 2 damage. You can't, but you heal anyways. This is good. $20 damage times 2. We want you to be at the top because playing you at the top means that you will die, which is lovely. Effing lovely, if I may say so. So you're gonna be down here. Razor Sharp you to do more damage. 16 now is pretty good. I'm very glad we turned on the trial right now because it's looking like it's gonna be just fine. Lodestone Totem. I mean, if we have nothing else to do with our energy this turn, maybe you say, hey, sure, have a totem. It's kind of the turn I wanted it, which is a turn where we have nothing else to do. You not dying is not good. By the way, I hate that it doesn't show you these minions. It shows you these minions. It doesn't show you these minions when you are viewing the fight preview screen with the boss on it. Show me all the minions so I can see what's going to happen. Anyways, that'll work. Brief respite. Ancient Synergy. Well, that'll do it. Really would have liked to have played a train steward, but this is also fine because we know Fat Boy is gonna die. And you're dead too, so just end turn. Actually, you know what? Do this. But they don't do anything special. Well, yeah, but they have 100 health. I guess it's one of those things you just have to remember. You have to remember that those guys are here. +3 magic power. Restores are now 2.5 times as good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Frostbite 6. Freeze a random card in your hand. I think freezing a card is actually okay. It's kind of a garbage unit, but we can play it on the floor with the champion. Restore 4 health, gain an energy, draw a card. Next turn. It's just a free heal this turn, and then next turn you're going to draw an extra card. That could be okay. Add 3 stings to your hand. The stings will do 8 damage. We don't really have an incant synergy. It is good card draw on the turn after you draw it, though. AB0020 asks, did you win the last challenge? If you're talking about round and round, no. I think I'll take the engraft. If we can make this +10, then it's a free heal for 14. We can play expensive cards in the turn we draw it because it doesn't cost us anything. That could be kind of good. Anyways, there's Dante. We need to buff Dante. Large stone +10 would be fantastic. Isn't the totem incant? You're right, GT Quark. You're absolutely gosh darn right. The heck do you duplicate? You could duplicate Dante, but he's completely unupgraded. You could duplicate Cold Celia, because she's quick and sweepy. If you duplicate Dante, you can upgrade them, but I'd rather duplicate them after they're upgraded. And if we look down here, the duplication is on the side of magic. But we can go unit upgrades here, then spell upgrades duplicate. So if we go unit, and here we could also get more spell upgrades. So we could go spell upgrade, unit upgrades, spell upgrades with duplicate. So we could go here to duplicate another card and then have more cash for the next shop. Kind of like it. Duplicate Freeze Shark. We don't need to, actually. Believe it or not, Cold Celia is a better tank because Cold Celia kills the enemies before they attack. I would rather have that than Freeze Shark. Freeze Shark is a very good candidate for Endless, but Cold Celia functions better because of the fact that they sweep quick. So I think we go with a second Cold Celia, better chance to actually draw it, and maybe we'll duplicate another unit later. We could duplicate the totem, but I don't think that's worth it. But I don't want to go left path because we don't need the health. I'd rather go right path. And I know I said we might not remove, or we might keep all the train stewards. We still might remove them, but it's hard to. Why does a Frozen Lance doesn't do 19 damage? Freaking Dante! We don't need plus 10 on any of our spells. They all do 15 damage by default. That's insane. That's wonderful. Thank you, Dante. We can remove a train steward. We can remove another train steward. 4 train stewards is perfectly fine. We will duplicate, I think, a Cold Celia. Could also duplicate Razor Sharp Edge. Actually might be better. But the Cold Celia is so good. But we only need 1. But having 2 is still okay. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 Cold Celias. It's the most upgraded unit that we have. That's probably the most important unit that we have. Multi-strike enemies. Doesn't really bother me because the marksmen are gonna die very quickly. Da 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 da. Just worried that she won't do any damage during the final boss fight. That's fine, we don't need her for the final boss fight. She can just be a unit that helps us get to the final fight. You still have to go at the top. We want the enemies to attack, so Titan Sentry fits better down here. The high damage Train Steward can function at the top to kill units that make it up. And I think because we have this Train Steward up here, we should make him stronger. Now, these units are gonna die on Beefy Boy, but if we put out a Cold Celia, all of a sudden, we're taking no damage, they're all dead. Love it. And Graft, it's a free card, we have no Incant synergy, might as well play it. Restore does not matter at all. Frenzied Swarm for the days doesn't matter, except we will get a free Crypt Builder out of it, so let's play it down here to get a kill. Loving it so far. Another Cold Celia. You don't want it down here. You could play it here. I feel like that's a good play. I know we got Dante. I'm like, where the heck do you play a Dante? I mean, you could play him up here, but he doesn't do that much damage. We've already played Razor Sharp. I think we say Dante is not what we're looking for right now. We do want a Cold Celia though. I think we just want to straight up Glimmer this floor. Because then we can ice you. Put Spell Weakness on you. Offering Token to get nothing of value. It's a fantastic fight so far. Everything is running just perfectly. The heals are insanely valuable. We do a ton of damage with them. I think we've gotten extremely lucky. Cuddle Hex, freeze a card in hand. I don't even think we really need to do that, but I don't really want to play Ancient Synergy because you'll just die on this floor. I think I'd rather put some Train Stewards down. We need to block the stealth that's gonna come out soon anyways. Then honestly, you know, if you live once, all right, it's pretty good. We'll put the garbage Train Steward at the front to tank. I think this boss is gonna die on the next floor. They're taking 280, so they're not dead on the next floor, but they're almost dead on the next floor. We got 3 Dante's Candles. We'll play Ancient Synergy on the next floor. Let's just dump the candles so we take no pyre damage. This run is surprisingly good right now. You're dead, by the way. You're dead. And that's what I want out of the Cuddle Hex, by the way. What the heck is this? Founding Seal. Oh, incant abilities trigger an additional time. I looked at that and I'm like, what is this artifact? I've never seen this before. But no, we've seen it before. It's not that good, but we've seen it before. Freeze a card in hand, very good. Sap, Spell weakness, Take preserve. Healing spells cast on this floor cost 1 less. Draw 1 each turn, consume for stings. You know, double incant does work pretty well with our totem. I would like another incant unit. The Siren would be good, but we're not going to get one. We're too late in the game for units, I think. Artifact, card removal, spells. We want spells. We're going to go spells, unit, spells, I believe. I think that's what we decided on. And then at units, we're going to upgrade Dante, I hope. Or we could upgrade and duplicate the totem and get 4 sap per spell, which would kill, absolutely wreck with the champion that we have. It'd be amazing. Holdover. A free engraft every turn is very good. I think you take it because it's healing and it replaces itself on the turn after you draw it. And we can make it free to give you extra energy on this turn. A free daze every turn is also nice. A free glimmer every turn is also wonderful, so you can just get 15 damage literally every turn. Razor Sharp Edge would be a very good buff for units. Seems like it's not super necessary though. I really do think maybe you just want a glimmer, because for 1 energy, you can kill all support units. And we do have Sap Seraph, which is the 15 times 2, 5 health minions. Some sort of an AoE to kill him would be extremely useful. Well, we have AoE in the form of Sweep, so maybe that's not that important. In fact, we have 2 sweeps. So maybe the Glimmer is not that important, I'm realizing. Let's actually buff a different card with Holdover, maybe the Engraft. And we will go ahead and make it free. That way it is giving us 4 energy per turn just by playing it. Plus 10 magic power. We don't need the Glimmers to do more, but Ancient Synergy doing more is, I think, overall better, because we want Ancient Synergy to be like our KO card. Spell, Rail Spike, Monster, Rail Spike. Plus 20, and add Purge. Well, we can make a very good Train Steward and then keep him in the deck forever. Or spell Rail Spike to dump a Frozen Lance. Frozen Lances are not that good. But right now, thanks to Dante and the +3 magic power, we actually do very good in all fronts. We have very good healing, good spell damage, the Glimmers are incredible. And I was thinking about holding on to a Train Steward that had +20, but we can give him upgrades. I'm not that worried about him. We need to play a Glimmer. It's more important than Lodestone Totem. Because Cold Celia is not necessarily going to kill these units due to the armor. We should wipe them right now. It's not that good of a turn, but I think it needed to happen. Cold Celia, I think on this turn it's acceptable down here because of the fact that we have no other units. No other enemy units. You know, there's no armor on him. Cold Celia can get 1 kill. Let's not play that down there, though. We'll dump a Frozen Lance. Put a Train Steward down to guard. We will engraft you for the card draw next turn. Glimmer? Spell Shield sucks, but we might as well hit... Fell. Bum, 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 bum. You're dead. Don't worry about you. Titan Sentry, we want you at the bottom, please. We'll engraft you every turn if you need the health. You are going to live. You're going to take 50 damage from the champion. You might hit the pyre. If we put Dante up here, that might do enough to prevent you from hitting the pyre, but I'm pretty sure you are just going to hit the pyre. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. This is a very good turn for Engraft. There's your +14 heal for free. You know what? A Frenzied Swarm prevents you from hitting the pyre, but so does a Frozen Lance. Cold Celio, stack up the Frostbite, dump the Candle. I'd rather you didn't take damage, so let's do it like this. I feel like it's a nicer way to say than the way Abe says it. Seraph instead of Seraph. Like Sans Seraph. Seraph. Well, right now we're on Fell. You're dead. You're taking damage. You're gonna make it to the pyre, probably. That kind of blows. Let's put a tank in front of the champion. In fact, we should have put Dante in front of the champion, as I'm thinking about it. Freeze a card in hand, freeze a card in hand. Let's freeze the stings for next turn by playing Cuddle Hex, and then I think Cuddle Hex on its own will get us there. Because then we also freeze the Preserve. Does piercing damage go through shields? It goes through shields and armor. We don't have piercing damage. The Preserved Thorns will do damage, but they don't pierce themselves. But oh my god, yes! Razor Sharp Edge on Dante. Fantastic, you love to see it. Engraft, you love to see it. Preserved Thorns, 18 damage, 18 damage. Now you're both dying. You're dying. Dump the Candle. We can't put a Train Steward down there. So we have a Frozen Lance we should play. The one freeze every turn is very nice. Especially with Engraft, because we effectively have 4 energy every turn now, plus a free heal. You're both dead. You're living, who cares? You play a Glimmer. Does anyone need a heal? Oh, you know what? The damage shield on this guy's gonna last for a long time. That's very nice. Glimmer here is pretty good. I think we should dump the Candle. I think there's no reason to play it. We're in such a commanding position. All we're doing is just waiting for Ancient Synergy to play it against Fel here. We're just gonna keep everyone healed up. You're taking 336, which is pretty good. You know, there's no capacity here for the totem. There's capacity on the second floor for the totem though, so that might be what we play up there. Believe it or not, a Restore does keep the Sentry alive for one more turn, which is more Frostbite, if nothing else. And then we got nothing to do here, so there you go. We're gonna auto save the Crypt Builder thanks to our minion. You have 50 Frostbite, which is just the prelude to our champion kicking the crap out of you. They're taking a 183. Should have played Lodestone Totem. We can still play it. We're not gonna get that much value out of it, but well, I don't really have anything else to do with my turn, so we will do it. Ah, hello, hello. There you go, now you're taking 500. Well, you love to see it. Should have put the totem in front. My bad. Luckily, it's not gonna matter. You are dead. Dead, 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 and you are real dead. Dump a Restore and play Crypt Builder. There's 146 damage, a couple of stings. It's very good. This Light's Gift artifact, it's so freaking good. I've learned to love this artifact. It keeps your top floor so safe. So safe. We don't need magic power. Another Ancient Synergy would be a good addition. We already have one though. And the Glimmers are very good damage spells as is. I don't think we need a single target damage spell. Gift for a Guard is kind of nice, just to add cards to your hand. And we can always preserve good cards that we don't want to to get rid of. If we draw Preserve, that is. Kind of feel like Gift for a Guard is perfectly acceptable here. Maybe we can get like a good incant if we can freeze that card and then get good value out of it in the future. And I'm gonna go more capacity. We still have Train Stewards that we have. We would like to upgrade them, but we have nothing that we're doing with these units right now. Our units are looking real good. We want Dante to get buffed, so I think we will go, well, we could go spells. That means we're not gonna duplicate Dante, but maybe we don't need to. Maybe Dante is strong enough. We'll take the trial here, because I think we'll probably be able to, and then maybe we'll go further unit upgrades to buff not only Dante, but Cuddlehex, our tank, and our Train Stewards, and then we'll just get very powerful units. So I think maybe you go spell upgrades here. Money, spell upgrades, card removal. So I think I'm turning my head on, we don't need restores. I'm turning my head on the idea of using duplicate Dantes, but I think that's okay. Double stack. Days 2 is okay, but I think we'd prefer cheap. So let's make a good, well actually, yeah, we should make a good cheap restore. As for -1, we'll make Ancient Synergy cheaper. And sure, give me a good cheap restore, and then we'll end. That was not a very good set of upgrades though, but we didn't have much cash. This is where we're gonna get our money, and it's only 200 gold, but we can definitely do it, because the only floor that matters is the top floor. The sweep unit is gonna kill all the basic enemies. This is fine. We do have to worry a little bit about their explosion, but in fact, if we play Cold Celia, they're gonna die unless we play the Train Steward, so it kinda has to be like this. I can't believe you're still dying though, which is just crazy, but oh well. Well, you know, if I daze you, you're not, so there you go. But we gotta play these Cold Celias down here. Now, do you also play a Lodestone Totem? The Trample guy isn't gonna need it, so let's just play the Cold Celia to play it. You guys are taking a lot of damage though, but there ain't much I can do about that. You're also probably gonna hit the pyre. Again, not much I can do about that, I don't think. Might as well buff your damage slightly. What is Dante? Dante is this guy. When played, gain a stack of multi-strike for each blight in your deck. He's very powerful. We gotta play the Titan Sentry here. We need a tank here, but we can put another unit up here. What we need is the Titan Sentry. We need a Glimmer. Dump the candle. And then I think we should play Dante. We have enough room up here, it should be okay. But you gotta tank for the champion. The Frostbite is more important. There's our Engraft. Love to see it. There's our Restore. Now you're back up to full health after 2 spells. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're dead. Work on you. We are waiting for a another. Wow, why do we get? Oh, we got so much card draw, obviously. You know, we're still waiting on the card to make Dante better, but we're getting a kill now. We do 100 damage with our champion in a single turn, which is pretty freaking sweet. Let's just put a Train Steward down, huh? They're taking 57. Let's do damage and heal up. Could heal you a little bit more. Put spell weakness on. You're gonna die when you make it up. I'll put spell weakness on you. Everything is going just fine. We love the Engraft every turn. We do have Gift for a Guard. I think this is where you save Gift for a Guard. And we're actually gonna also save Crit Builder by doing it like this. Now, we don't have the Lodestone Totem out, but this is still fine. We could put the Lodestone Totem out, but then we couldn't play Gift for a Guard. I think what we want, actually, is like a Glimmer. Then we can play Engraft. You're taking 247, pretty good. We'll sting you for card draw. Could play the Totem here. We have nothing else really to play on this turn. So let's play the Totem. And we'll do a bunch of incanting on the next turn, which doesn't really help us that much, but you know, it'll delay him. The Frostbite will work him down a little bit. I think to save 3 energy, we'll just play this. Also counted for a ton of incanting. We might let the candle hit us. I think you should. We also didn't play Gift for a Guard, which is stupid. I think we'll get rid of the candle then. I did screw it up slightly. You're taking 400 damage. You love it. And he still has 5 sap on him, so he's still gonna have a hard time up here. Energy Siphon, Gift. Oh, we don't have the energy for Ancient Synergy. That's still fine, because we're going to make Dante really good. We're going to hit him, stun him, and he's dead. So we took, did we take no pyro damage there? 18 pyro damage? Really? I don't remember that, but that's perfectly acceptable. I don't think we need any of these. We have a 37 card deck, what? Preserved Thorns, yes please. I need these stings for card draw, really. It's a good card to have in the deck. And then I think we go heavy unit upgrades right now. Let's get the units that we have as strong as they possibly can be. We do not need another quick unit. A quick Dante can be pretty good, but we're gonna be playing him at the top anyways. Now, an incant will be triggered twice. So it's armor 2. Which could be okay. +5, +10. That's still pretty good. It helps to get Dante a little faster. Incant, I think we still should. We'll put it on the totem. Reroll. Endless. You want it, I think, on the Titan Sentry. That's an extremely good get. Dante with +10 is extremely good, and then +25. I think it just goes straight on the Lodestone Totem. So we haven't upgraded the Train Stewards at all here, but I think that's still okay. Also, I didn't look at merchant trinkets at all. These are all bad anyways. So I'm happy with not having gotten these. And then maybe we just get rid of a couple of Train Stewards. We have our floors basically already set. Maybe we can get rid of 1 and then get rid of 1 Frozen Lands, which we still don't really care about too much. Okay, 36 card deck, there we go. Then we'll purge. Honestly, another Frozen Lance is acceptable. Although we can purge the restores, because if the Titan Sentry guy dies, we can just bring him back again. Siren Song with Iron Drop Cage must be nuts. I think I've had that before. No, what I had before was Siren Song double stack holdover, so every turn I would ascend units for 6 days. I think I had that before, and that was lovely. So, do we have one of our units? No, we don't. So this floor is gonna be sticking around. Good capacity though on these floors. So I think we got a little unlucky. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is just Lodestone Totem right now. Now we could sap, I don't think it matters. I think I'd rather sap down here. And then honestly, we could try to save Gift for a Guard. We got very unlucky draw, but we didn't get any of the units we wanted. Now we got Cold Celia, which is fantastic, because now we're gonna kill all these boys. Why is she dying? Oh, because she's sapped. That'll do it. I always forget about the sap. I'm always like, why are you dying again? This doesn't make any sense to me. No, it makes sense to me. You're dead when you move up. You're gonna hit me for 30. Our totem will live though, so you... Oh no, you're gonna be dazed. You don't matter. And in fact... No, I don't think there's a way to stop you from hitting the pyre. Whatever. Because if I hit you for a 73, you'll get pushed back. A glimmer might be the best option on this floor, honestly. But we'll offering token here, just to get value out of the crit builder. Now you're gonna die when you move up, that's fine. The 20 damage train steward, I think we want this up as a blocker. And then we have room for Dante, and we have room for the Cuddle Hex. Do you play Preserved Thorns? You do, because we have nothing else to do with this card, actually. 14 times 2. Maybe we just hit you, try to get you into a position where the train steward can kill you, maybe? We get through the deck pretty quickly due to the stings, even though it is a thick deck for the most part. Okay, Titan Sentry needs to go down. Second Cold Celia needs to go down. Dante needs to go down. A pretty simple turn. I'm okay with this. The Pyre's gonna take 30. I'm also okay with this. We could play Glimmer. We could play the Cuddle Hex to start freezing cards, but I really do think you want the Dante down so you can hit him with the plus 10. Although maybe you'd rather start freezing cards. Because nothing's making it up through the floor. You made it up because it took us a while to get started down here, but nothing else is gonna make it through the floors. So maybe you play the Cuddle Hex, weirdly enough. And you say, you know what, we'll freeze Dante and make him better, stronger, and faster too in the future. Twinbreaker says, I'm so bad with Stygian. Stygian is very difficult. We got very lucky with the Relic, which keeps our champion alive. But the Stygian is very difficult. I will grant you that. I hate that you're making it up, but you got spawned up there, which blows. But I can do this. You still have 5 sap. The sap is working its magic. Consume Restore for 1, why not? Train Stewards, might as well start playing them to do something. You're good, you're good. Are you sapped to 0? You're sapped to 0, all right. How come no one died here on the last turn? Oh no, they did, you just summoned a unit, because you suck. Well, keep playing units. You're gonna live? You're taking 122. This might be a good gift for a guard turn, but I really do think you save this for Seraph going nuclear. Although, if we play it now, we can also play it later, because this does not consume. It just draws cards that consume. But then we can't do anything else with our turn. I don't mind if you hit the Pyre, that's why we have all this Pyre health. Just trying to think what the most efficient option is for us. Like a Glimmer keeps you alive. And then an Ancient Synergy kills all the units on this floor. Okay. That's just what you do every turn at the start of your turn anyways. You are living! And I'm livid! Let's give for a guard. We got a free crit builder and 2 free consumable stings, huh? Well, I can knock you back, but if I just energy siphon you, you will die. Now you're taking 134. Now you're dead. These tanky units are kind of making it up but that's okay. We knew that was gonna happen. We knew that was a possibility. You're taking none, because you're dying. There's nothing I can do to prevent that. Might as well play some spells. The restore is gonna freeze, that's fine. It's gonna cost us a little bit of card draw, actually, because we played cards that drew on this turn, but that's fine. There's our Dante. So we will Dante. Dante can go here. You guys are making it up. Dude, that sucks. We did get Ancient Synergy, though, which is... what? I mean, it is 75 damage 3 times, which means it's... I thought it was gonna hit the front enemy twice. It'll kill the front enemy unit in the first hit. That's incredible. I love it. Now the boss is taking 96 damage. I think we are going to begin the process of stacking up sap. So there's that. There's that. A glimmer means we're doing more damage to Seraph. You have 12 stacks of sap, which is pretty good. Da-da. And final wave. Perfect time for it, too. You're taking 1,000 damage, mostly due to frostbite. That's pretty good. We did draw Razor Sharp, so we'll put that on Dante. And now these units are less of a problem. They're still a little bit of a problem. They're less of a problem. I don't know what math will make this work best for us, but if we sap them enough, then they won't hit the pyre. Like right now, they're not hitting the pyre for anything, so there's no point playing more spells up there. You're dying, whatever. I don't mind one floor that's not really doing that much. The sweep's gonna kill you anyways. We'll play the Frozen Lances. We'll play a good heal. And end turn. $137 frostbite. You love to see it. We can stack up more frostbite if we want. But this guy, he's only gonna get hit 6 times. I don't think you play him. I think you play other things. Do you discard your entire hand? Now that's an interesting one. I kind of would like to save cards in hand, like save the Sting for next turn for a free incant. So maybe you do play this guy to dump him out of your hand. Or maybe you just play like a Frenzy Swarm. Well, if you play Frenzied Swarm, it won't get saved. What card do you want to get saved? I would like to save Daze. So we'll play you. We'll play you. We'll play you. And we'll play a Restore, because we're going to be drawing a lot of cards next turn. Da, da, da. Gift for Guard is like the perfect card that you want to see. So, we're going to start with anything free. By the way, you're dead already. We'll play an Offering Token. Didn't get anything that discards. You know what, we should have played Gift for a Guard to see if we could have discarded it with the Offering, but if we play Gift for a Guard, we'll be able to discard a card anyways, because it'll be free. And one of those cards is Razor Sharp Edge, which is pretty good. There's a Glimmer. There's a Glimmer. There's a Dante buff. And here's another Daze. 16 sap, and our Train Steward is even surviving this onslaught against Seraph. Fantastic. So I think we got a little bit hard carried by Dante there, but we also got hard carried by our champion with that great artifact that dazed the top floor. It meant the champion basically couldn't die. That was a lucky but good run. The Train Stewards didn't really do that much in the late game. They, we had the 20 times 2 Train Steward at the top, but otherwise, early to mid game, they were very, very, very strong. Early game, not a problem, you take all the trials. Mid game, you still take the trials, and the Train Stewards will help you do enough damage to kill the enemy minions, and then as long as you get a few very specific targeted upgrades, you're in a good spot. And we got targeted upgrades. Cold Celia. Wonderful unit. Minimum 6 damage, sweep quick. You love to see it. And then we also managed to get Endless on the good Titan Sentry Frost Shark. And then we also got Dante with some decent upgrades. Nothing, blowing the lids off of anything. It's not like we got, Large Stone Dante, and then the event that made him like plus 30, plus 2 capacity. It's not like we had Super Dante, but we had a good enough Dante. And our Frostbite on the champion was wonderful and did a whole bunch of damage. Stewardship complete. There's only like 2 more challenges left. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire. It's not Slay the Spire. It's Monster Train. Why did I say Slay the Spire? That was dumb. I was going to say, like, something about Dante. And then I said, no, we should say the name of the game. And Slay the Spire just slipped out. It just slipped out.